Ladies and gentlemen, it is Sunday night, so it's time for the next round of the PS Pacific Open Tier 1 Championship, and we are at Mexico tonight for round 10. So, looking forward to this one. Scotty here with you again for another week. We're going to see these drivers be fairly competitive, as we've seen in the last few weeks. Can Prezzo keep his dominance, or can one of our championship contenders for second, third, and fourth fight for him? Jay's Grimmy. Karma, off his debut last week, was quick and got P5 after a spin earlier in the race. But we got a full grid tonight, which is very good to see. So as we wait for these guys to load in, Mexico, you can get a bit of weather around here, but onto the circuit itself, just over 4.3 kilometers, 17 corners. Our first race around here in real life was 1963, and there's only been a couple of minor changes to the track. But obviously, a few of that stands out is the very long front straight, and obviously the stadium section that covers the final sector. As we load in now, it looks relatively cloudy. Whether there might be a little bit of showers maybe towards the end of this session, we're not too sure of yet. If there's any drivers listening in, just want to pop in and let us know what the weather will be for the race, and if we do potentially have any weather for quali. We do have one of the Ferraris coming out fairly quickly, so is that an indication that maybe these guys are wanting to get a couple of laps done before maybe weather comes? So as we look, it is Entei. So Entei probably didn't have the best race last week. I believe he finished, I think it was 6th place. It was. I think he was involved with a couple of issues, but yeah, not quite. I think he went the alternate strategy, which didn't work out for him. But as I said, this is another week, another chance for him to try and get onto that podium once again. He's had one win, but that's about it. So we'll see what he can do. But as we're just watching Entei on his outlap, there was only one stewards report from last week, which was between Stobby and Clarence, and that was the Clarence blocking under blue flags. Stewards have decided a 10 and 2, 10-second penalty and 2 licence points, but that didn't change his position, and he was out of the points. But we'll leave that for a moment as Entei starts his flyer now. So he'll come down this long front straight. Plenty of passing opportunities around here. This is going to be the big one, the DRS. As we can slightly see on his steering wheel, he got up to about 333 kilometres an hour. Want to go through this first chicane out of turn 3, want a good exit. This is your second DRS zone, which will lead you up to the run to turn 4. So that'd be the end of the first sector. Then you've got the really tight, twisty second sector. So as he comes through 5, the hairpin of 6. Then you want a good exit out of here, and then you got the S sections part. So very easy to cut along here and invalidate. But as we've also seen in the past, very easy to spin on these curves too. So you've got to be super careful as he comes to the end of the second sector and then into the stadium section. As you can see in real life, a lot of the Mexican fans there will be shouting on Perez tomorrow morning. But Entei, the car in front shouldn't have got in his way too much, maybe a little bit of dirty air coming out of the final corner, but Entei sets a 1:17.4. So that's not a bad banker lap from him. I'm predicting probably our pole time, you're probably looking at maybe a low 16. With these drivers, it might be a phenomenal lap if you can get into the 15s, but Banana and Orphan, they're the first two in the 116s. So Banana currently leading the way on a 16.8. So as I'll quickly bring up Matt and just see who has just gone, and Jay's, he's done a 16.5. So he's definitely one to watch tonight. Prezzo, championship leader, P4, so not a bad banker lap. We saw last week in the wet conditions of qualifying, it was pretty much dominant. I think about a second quicker at the end of that session, so you never know if there's going to be rain tonight. Would he keep that winning streak alive? Now, Logan is our new reserve at the moment, so our reserve tonight, both Astons are out, unfortunately, so Logan is one of them, and Super Sub Jedley, as we can see, goes up to P4. So it's those two, and then Tinselman replacing Deputy. So Tinselman, his first round of the season, so I know he can be fairly quick as well, so don't be surprised if he's up there with Grimmy as well, so watch for the McLarens tonight. Oh, as we have a little bit of an incident from Bompton, so out of turn 1 I should say. So definitely a tricky spot for him. Oh, sorry, a difficult spot for all these drivers, so you feel if it's a dry race, a lot of these drivers might be running low downforce setups. Oh, watch when we come across the line now. His first lap, what can he do? He goes straight into third position, 16.7. So only a couple of tenths off the lead. Karma's managed to find himself into P2. As a lot of these guys have just finished their rugs. I think that was Combat that just crossed the line then. So he goes up into P15. He's definitely got more time in that lap for him. So Bompton with that spin, if he's got enough fuel, he may go again. Tinselman again invalidated as well. So a lot of these guys probably taking it easy, but I reckon we'll see a fair few more invalidated laps as these guys start to push towards the end of the session. I think a lot of these guys are either on out laps or just about to come in. So who we got there? I think Mercedes fan. He's in, yes. Right, Tillman is he's pushing for another lap. He's spurting, so we'll see how he goes. We're right on board with him now. 23 for the first lap. The first sector, I should say. Coming around this tight, twisty middle sector of the lap. Want to make sure that you get the car lined up really nicely. We have got an Alpha that has spun ahead of him. Hopefully it shouldn't affect him too much. Gets through there nicely and keeping it within the white lines. Comes around to the stadium section, sector 3. And 14, now 15. And around the final couple of corners now through 16. One of his last bit of ARS, he comes across the line and he puts himself third. So for our new reserve, he's matching his teammate Grimmy, his full-time teammate Grimmy. So McLaren, as I said earlier, they'll definitely be one team to watch. Same as Jedley. Nice job as a reserve, and then Logan as well. Don't think we saw as much on that first lap. Ente, he jumps up into 8th. He goes into the 16s now in a 16.9. And that would have been Goodwill behind him. No, it was Clarence, but we're right on board with Goodwill. He's up on his time. He comes into the stadium section now. Coming out of 16, trying to get a nice drive onto the Start finish straight. He actually lost a little bit of time, unfortunately, through there. So he'll stay 15th. As we've got Orphan Drop. Actually, he goes quickest on a 16.3. So I said low 16s. Can we see one of these guys get into the 15s? Maybe this cloud cover's maybe helping the tyres. Jace, he's on a current lap at the moment. And Keith, that looks like he's backing off. So I'm going to watch him finish the rest of this lap. Ooh, and he's definitely got pace, and he's the first one into the 15s, 15.9. And that's 4 tenths quicker, or sorry, 3 tenths quicker than Orphan Drop. So a lot of pace from Jace tonight. What about Prezzo? Where's he at the moment? He's up by a tenth at the moment through the first sector. A lot of time these guys will find is through the second sector. How aggressive do you want to take these curves? A lot of time to find, but you got to get your line right. And very easy to a validate the spin. Prezzo, that was nice. Problem is he's got an ERS. Burned it all. So whatever time he did make up there, he's going to lose it. Luckily enough, they're all slow to medium corners through this section. Might not be too bad, but may see him coming to the pits at the end of the lap. He will stay out to finish. He does. 3.5 tenths he shines, moves him up to P8, but there definitely would have been more time in that if he had ERS. He's in. Who we got now? Logan's, he's had a bit of an issue. He's got to be careful about the rejoining. Because definitely doesn't want to get disqualified. So he'll be on his way. He'll probably want to come in for a new set of tyres. I think that's one of the McLarens getting out of the way. Clarence, he's coming into the pits as his teammate just comes out to do another run. So Bompton, the only man at the moment that hasn't got a time on the board just yet. I'll ride on board with his teammate. First, what can he do? He's up by 2 tenths at the moment, but he's only on an 18.1, so he's probably want more time. So unless he made a mistake through here last time, we'll wait to see as he comes around the final couple of corners now. Combat does improve. He moves up to 14th, and his teammate moves up into P9. So Bompton a bit more pace than his teammate at the moment, by about half a second. Other Aston Martin, that was Logan, so he's got enough fuel and ERS to go for another lap. Entei, he's coming across the line now. I think this is his main flyer, so we'll go back to Goodwill. He's on an out lap. One of the Alpha Tauris. Deadly's warming up his tyres as well, so a couple of these guys might be going for 2 warm-up laps, then their flyer. I believe that is a Williams coming through the final sector. Yep, Carmo's going on to his out lap. Banana. So Banana only didn't quite match his time, but was 200ths down, as we got one of the Ferraris at the S section, who's that Entei, so he's had a moment through there. Not the first time we've seen that tonight, and definitely won't be the last. As we've got the top 4 in at the moment. Grimmy, he's coming into the stadium section now. He's about to start our flyer. So right on board with Grimmy for this current lap. So over a kilometre along this straight. as we can see, around 33 kilometres an hour. We were on board with Ente and he was reaching about the same speeds. So nicely out of the chicane. Again, the second DRS zone. So these are the two main passing opportunities. He has got he's found half a tenth. He needs close to 8 tenths to be anywhere near pole at the moment. Through the test section now. Yellow flags in front, but that will clear by the time he gets there. Nice line through there. Has he found much time? He's got 2 tenths. They'll move him past his teammate, but still a bit off Orphan. Hopefully that Aston gets out of the way. It does. He wants to try and finish this lap as strongly as he's done the rest of the lap. Comes across the line. He does find 3.5 tenths. Still not quite enough to break into that top 3. But for him, if he stays where he is, he'll be happy with the second row spot again. As we got a lot of the guys in the pits for their final run. Junkyard, he's on his out lap. Chase, he's on his last flyer. So he's only got 300s to play in with Karma right behind him. So can he find some more time? Still 2.5 minutes left, and being that this lap is fairly short, as long as these guys start coming out now, they will be able to get a lap in. So Jay's just had 3 seconds in a row. He will want to try and better that. Oh, he's had a bit of a moment through there. He'll definitely have time, but he wants to try and turn off his ERS as quickly as he can. 1 minute 55, he will be able to go for a warm-up, or a cool-down lap I should say, and then another flyer if he really needs to. But that will put excess wear on his tyres, so they may not like that. Goes wide, back on the start finish line. He's got ERS open, so he's going to go for it. But we'll quickly switch to Orphan drop. He's on his flyer out lap. Banana, he's saving. So Bompton, Mercedes fan. He's coming through the second sector now. He's on a flyer. A little bit washed wide there, and he's invalidated. He will have time to cross the line, but he's got enough ERS saved up. Right, Metz. Currently 18th. Can he move up? No, he won't. He's in the pits. His afternoon is done. Nick is Bud. He's going to go for one more shot. Clarence is as well. Jays, he's invalidated unfortunately, and he won't have enough ERS, so Jays will be stuck at a 15.998 as he comes in. Karma, he's out on his fly. He's matched his first sector. That was a nicer line through there. You'll see the second sector split. Has he found any time? He is. He's found a 10.5. Hopefully the traffic won't play too much. I think that's a Alpha. No, it's a Williams, but luckily enough it gets out of the way for him. So Orphan Grimmy, they stay 3rd and 4th unless someone else behind him improves. But Karma, he was currently up. He crosses the line. What can he do? He does. He jumps him. And he finds that 2 tenths that he needed. So Karma 15.8. Dunsemans, he's invalidated, so he's not moving anywhere. Jedley, he's on a bit of a flyer. Prezzo, he's jumped up into P5. Tinselman, he's had a spin, so that's it for him. Logan, he's invalidated, so that's enough. Entei, He's on his final push. Yellow flags, but the car got out of the way, luckily. So Entei starting 11th. He won't want that. He wants to move up. He will want to move up a little bit higher. His teammate De Beast, final couple of corners now. So both Ferraris outside the 10 at the moment. They want to improve. De Beast, he'll come across the line first. He stays 14th. What about Entei? Can he find some time? He only find 3 1,000ths, which so he'll stay exactly where he is. And unless Goodwill is done as well. So Karma, in his second race, he's got pole by about 2 tenths over Jays. So those two men within the 15s. And then Orphan Drop, another good starting position for him. Another good quality session for him. P3, Grimmy P4, Prezzo P5. So championship leader, he's still definitely in the hunt. P5, good starting spot. And with this long straight, do you really want to start pole, or do you want to start from on the second or even the third row and just get that slipstream down to turn 1? But Prezzo P5, Tinselman on his first race of the season, he gets P6, so a nice job from the reserve. So we got a Red Bull McLaren sandwich from 3rd to 6th, Banana and Jedley P7 and 8, Bompton P9, and then our other new reserve, Logan, he's in the 10 on a 16.9. So good shine by all 3 reserves, Jedley being P8. So this is going to be a fascinating race to watch with our championship contenders in the mix. But I'd say we got all our fast drivers, our top contenders at the front. So, but Karma was the best of them all, 15.8, 2/10 margin over the next car. As we round out the top 10, Entei, Mercedes fan, they just missed out. Stobby, De Beast, Junkyard, Goodwill, Combat, Clarence, Snickers Bud, and Metz round out the field. So he did a 17.5, so 1.7 seconds covers the entire field. But we've got 36 laps ahead of us, so this is not over for any of the drivers just yet. So as the drivers decide their strategy and their fuel load, that we have a fairly sunny race from the look of it. A couple of clouds at the top of your screen. Whether that comes into play, we might see in terms of what tyre choice these drivers do. In terms of the preferred strategy, it's going to be your medium hard or hard medium again. Hard's probably 18 to 22 laps. Medium 16 to 18, and then your softs probably around about your 8 or 9. You probably won't see the soft tyres unless they're going to go aggressive at the start or late safety car. But we'll bring up those tyres now. No one using the softs, so it's either the medium or the hard. Majority have gone hard, but we've got Karma on pole. He's gone the mediums. Jays, he's hard. Orphan, he's gone medium. So toward the top 3, so they're hoping to get a good start off the line. Grimmy, Prezzo, Tinselman, they're going to go longer in this race. Banana, Jedley, Bompton, Logan. Bottom end of the 10, those 4 drivers want to move up positions at the start. And then outside the 10, Entei, Mercedes fans, Stobby, De Beast, Junkyard, Goodwill, Combat and Snickers, they've gone hard, they want to go long. And then Clarence and Metz, they're the two opposite that want to try and make passes early. So with this long straight, the start is important. When you sort of bog down from these drivers, you're going to lose a lot of positions. And this track can be hard to manage ERS, so they don't want to be burning it through the first couple of laps. They want to try and manage it. And then obviously safety cars can play an issue here as well, but we didn't have any drivers DNF on track, so that was a good sign. So hopefully we can go green flag all the way, and there's good battles up and down the field. So as we wait for these drivers to come onto the grid now, Banana, he's gone slightly too deep. So he's our final person. I think Sniggers Bud will be our final driver onto this full field of 20 drivers. So as the final couple of drivers line up. Yep. 2, 3, 4, 5 lights. And we're underway. And Karma gets a nice start on those medium tyres, but Jays gets a better start on the second phase. So as we go down, we've already got cars 2, 3, maybe even 4 wide in the mid-pack. Jays, he got the better start. He's using ERS, and he's going to lead into the first corner. Karma, a bit of contact there, but they still make it side by side. Karma, with the medium tyres, gets through, and I think we got most of the field through as we got both Red Bulls pressuring Jays. Tinselman, he's looking for a move. If there's something gone, oh, that's Jays, he's gone wide. And that forces Prezzo wide too, so whether he's got a little bit of damage. So Orphan Drop, he wants to have a look at Tinselman, he's up the inside. So I think Jay's had a bit of an issue there, so he's dropping down the field badly, so maybe he does have damage as it's single file through here. So Karma, he's gotten away with the lead. 2 seconds, oh, who's that? That's Orphan Drop, he's had a bit of a spin. So hopefully he hasn't got damage, but that will send him to rear grid. As who we got? We got Entei up the inside of Jedley. So Entei making positions on the start, and we've got one of the Mercedes around in the back. As it's single file. As we've got a car side by side through here. Goodwill. So Orphan, does he come in? No, he stays out. So Karma, with all that battling, he's already got a 2.5 second lead, so this is great for him. Rezzo, he's got a second back on Tinselman, so they've broken DRS already. Banana, he's moved himself up into P4 already, so nice job from him, but he went wide. Logan starting from P10 on the grid, he's moved up 5 positions and now running in the top 5, so those medium runners towards the back have made up positions. Entei, he finds himself in the 10, so he's found some room, and after that bit of kerfuffle in this middle sector. So we've seen a few drivers go around now. Bompton, he's beside Grimmy. Grimmy, he's lost quite a few spots off the grid. So we're right on board with Bompton right behind him as we go single file through here. So with the heavy fuel loads, definitely easy to go wide through here as you saw Bompton go there. Cut back, Bompton wants a move done. DRS will be activated this lap. Has got a yellow flag. Who's that around? That's Grimmy. He's gone around, unfortunately, so it has not been the race start that he wants. Hopefully he's not got any damage. But Karma, he's increased his gap to 3.8 seconds, so he's just clearing away from this field. Prezzo, he hasn't broken Tinselman, and Tinselman is back within DRS. Same as Banana. So, Banana and Logan, both using those medium tyres to great effect at the moment. Grimmy is in, so he's got damage, so he'll go on to mediums, but they won't last all the way, so he'll have to box again. But as we've seen, a bit of a chaotic start, there will probably be safety cars later on in this race. Entei, he's worked his way up into P7, but he's got Jedley on those medium tyres coming after him. And we've seen the pace Jedley's shown this season. I would like to get past Entei, but you're going to find when we hit the start-finish straight, a lot of these guys will have moves. But he's using the third DRS zone. Will he look for a move on the inside? No, he won't. He'll hold back. But he's already down to 48%. Ente's got a little bit more than that. Karma, he'll cross the line. He'll start lap 4. And he's increased his gap yet again. That's another 8 tenths on this lap. But got to watch Tinselman with DRS. He's burnt a fair bit, but this long DRS zone, don't be surprised if he's already clear in front. He has. Banana, just sit back, watching patiently. Jedley, he gets his move done on Ente. So, already seen a couple of overtakes using the front straight. This is the second DRS zone. But the detection point is before the start-finish line, so if you can get the move done, you'll have an extra bit of DRS to help defend if you have to take the inside line. But Tinselman, him being in second, third, as he's gone around Bompton, he's touring the grass and he's picked up 3 seconds for his troubles. As we'll quickly go back, Mercedes fan possibly looked for a move that went wide, but Ente, he's now 2.5 seconds behind Jedley when Jedley just made that overtake, so maybe a bit of an issue between Ente and Mercedes fan. Will he jump back up? Lots of battles everywhere so far in these early stages. Banana definitely pressuring Prezzo. He thought maybe Prezzo would go back at Tinselman, but looks like Banana, he's going to look for a move. He'll activate DRS. Got a lot of DRS compared to these guys, but Prezzo, he's got DRS to defend. Banana looking for a move. Prezzo, not quite, they all stay. So Prezzo struggled in that third sector, but with DRS he managed to cover from Banana. But this battle's not going to be over yet. Banana within 1.5 tenths. They'll look for the move. Will he come down? Clarence and Orphan get past Metz. Go side by side. Combat goes up the inside, and Metz goes wide, lets him through. There's lots of battles. We got Goodwill and Beast going side by side. So Goodwill gets that position as well. Quickly jump up. Oh, we've got Tinselman and Prezzo. They were battling. As a lot of these guys are already picking up pens. We got Red Bull, Snickers Bud, he's out of the race at the S section. You can see what happened to him. Orphan Drops had an issue, and there's the stricken car of Snickers Bud. So is this a safety car? It is. Orphan, he picks up 3 seconds. So lap 5, and the first safety car is out. So what will these guys do? Banana, he's in. Jedley, he's in. So will these guys are putting on the hards. Will these guys go to the end? It'll be interesting to see, but unfortunately for Karma, he's caught the safety car, so he probably can't come in unless he wants to drop to the rear of the field. So as we look down the field, Banana, Jedley, Metz, Stobby and Orphan Drop. They've got their pit stops out of the way. Stobby, he probably won't be able to make those mediums go to the end, so he'll have to come back in. And Grimmy, after his issues early, he'll be able to catch the back of this train, but again, probably not the tyre that he wants to go, but his mediums won't have anywhere because he had to pit lap 2, so he'll be able to chuck them on and do the alternate strategy, but at least he's back on the end of the field now. But after all that, we'll check position changes. Karma, he led from the front, and then with the antics behind him, he managed to get that lead. Unfortunately, that's been cut down. Tinselman, he's moved up 4 spots. Prezzo up 2. Logan from 10th on the grid, he's moved up into P4. Jace, he was one of our losers. So he lost a few positions, but he's still right in there on the harder tyre. Ente, he's moved up 5. Mercedes up 5. Clarence, he's used those mediums well, up 10 spots. Combat up 8. Bompton, he's down 1. We can see that spin just before that safety car came out. Goodwill and DeBeast and Junkyard, they've moved up. Banana and Jedley both down 7, but remember that these guys have already taken their pit stop. So they're both on the hard tyres. They'll try and get to the end from here. Met's up 4, but he's also taken his pit stop, same as Stobby. Stobby's in, so I reckon he's gone from the hards to the mediums, and he'll chuck the hards back on. And then Grim, he is on the hards as well. He's made a pit stop, but he had come in super early, so I'd be surprised if he can make it to the end. So Karma, that's him, he's revving, so he's probably got quite a lot of fuel on that he wants to burn under this safety car. So as you can see on our timing screen now, we've already got 5 drivers that have got penalties already, including Bompton that's got 6. So I know one of those 3 might be because of his spin, but that's got to hurt him early on, and I have a feeling a lot of these guys will have warnings early. So we've got nearly the entire field caught back up. They're just waiting on Stubby and Grim, so this safety car may go around for another lap. But can Karma do exactly what he did at the start and increase his lead? Yeah, it's got the medium tyres, which should still be in alright condition. Medium runners probably weren't going to come in until lap 18 anyway, so he's got 11 laps on those tyres to go. As we do have Grimmy just caught the back of the field now, so safety car should be in this lap. These drivers got to be careful not to get too far away from the car in front, otherwise they may receive a penalty. As we see James at the moment, just be a little bit careful. So looking at our championship, top 5 in the championship where they currently sit, Prezzo currently in P3 in a good position. Then Grimmy, who's second in our championship. Obviously he's the one that's had the worst luck in this race so far, currently 19th, but he's still in this race. Jays, he's currently 5th, 3rd in our championship. Entei, 4th in our championship, right behind him. And then Jedley, our reserve, super reserve. He's currently P15, but again, he's had his one and only pit stop. So, with these championship standings at the moment, Prezzo currently 111 point lead over Grimmy. So you feel like that, if Prezzo can get another podium result, it's only going to probably be the next couple of weeks before we can possibly crown him champ. As we wait for the safety car to come in. When does Karma go? Did he go out of the last corner? Or does he go earlier than that? He's slowing the field right down. Gentleman right on the back of him, doesn't want to let Karma get away too far. Karma's gone, Gentleman stayed behind him, but Prezzo's the one that's closest. But this long slipstream, even without DRS, what can Gentleman do? Does he think about an overtake? Goes around the outside. Karma covers that fine. There's no issue there, but he's got to watch out for Prezzo. And then you've got Logan in behind as well. So no moves off this restart. So fairly clean. But Karma, he's using those medium tyres to effect. Already got 0.8 of a second lead. Sinselman currently second. Prezzo, he's got Logan right behind him. Those mediums have heated up nicely. Here is their section now. As Entei forward, Giles, whether he's made a mistake or maybe a bit of contact with Entei, but he's moved down a couple of spots as well. So he's struggling a little bit on those hards, and he's got 2 medium runners right behind him. So hopefully he can find his rhythm and get back into it. As you've had Goodwill, he might have got pushed a little bit wide. He's got Jedley right behind him, trying to make those new hards work. He's warmed them up a little bit quicker. He's got the inside line. He's using ARS to make sure that move gets done. As we got Banana, he's trying to get past Junkyard, and he'll get the inside line and get it done. As who's that? That's Grim, nearly making it 3 wide. So he gets past one car. Wants to get a good exit from stop out of here to get past Stobby. May not quite be enough. Goodwill thought about a move on Jedley, not quite. So a lot of these cars within DRS and Tay, he's fallen out of that 1 second to the car in front. So he'll be vulnerable when DRS gets activated next lap. But Karma, he's done exactly what he needed to. He's got the gap over a second. And who's that? We've got Jedley, unfortunately. Jedley and Goodwill. Have they both come together? And to Beast, he's had a moment as well. So we've had 3 cars gone. Jedley, he's got no front wing. And once Goodwill turns around, he's got no front wing as well. As, oh, who's that? Oh, safety car came out. So this Delta's caused a lot of issues for these guys. So hopefully none of these guys pick up any pens. Logan, he's in. Karma's in. So both of these guys are going to get off their medium tyres. They'll be able to go to the end on their hards. So yeah, a lot of issues with that Delta, it seems. So we'll just wait to see how it stacks up. Clarence, from the look of it, is the only guy on the medium tyre that has stayed out. Karma, it's saying that he's gone back on to 9-lap-old mediums, which I don't think that should be right. So, yeah, alright, so it's now changed. Karma's now on hards. So we'll just give this session a moment to sort of clear things up. So, unfortunately, Goodwill, he's left the session. So he retired from the look of it at the S's. So whatever's happened between possibly Jedley, and there might have been another couple of cars, but that's caused issues. And then we saw, as we switched to the front pack, just the Delta playing issues. And Tay. Alright, so we've got some passing under the yellow flags, which shouldn't be happening. Maybe this is just a result of Pete drivers just fixing up whatever happened under that Delta. So quickly bring up pens. So no one's got any drive through, which is good to see. A couple of guys like Junkyard and Stobby, I imagine they would be just speeding in pit lane. Same as Orphan and Grimmy. And Logan, he might have passed Bob, so we'll have to wait and see. But Zunterman is your leader of the race, but he's got that 3-second penalty. Now, our first of our stoppers that could go to the end is Banana in 8th. So this has helped him very nicely. So if there's no safety car for the rest of this race, he's right in that pack, so he would get a jump. Obviously a lot of these guys will have the fresher tyres at the end, but if there's no safety car, can they close that gap? But being that sector 2 and 3 are very tight, having new fresh tyres, you can make up a lot of time around here. So originally any undercut without a safety car was going to be massive, but the safety car's sort of thrown that out the window a little bit. Clarence, he's our only medium runner not to pit. I thought now would have been an alright time to do that. He may be trying the medium soft, but I highly doubt that he'll be able to get to lap 30 on those, or probably lap 26 at least, to get Chuck on the softs, but he might be a little bit of a cork in the bottle. As lights out on the safety car, so Tintelman will lead us away. So what start will he do? Will he wait right to the line, or will he go out in this second last corner? He's gone early. I think that's caught Prezzo a little bit of unawares, and it's worked because you've got Mercedes fan right behind him. So Mercedes fan burning a lot of ERS. He wants to get the move done early. As we've had an incident at the back. Beast and Logan will quickly wait to find out what this battle has done. They stay where they are. As we go, Logan, he's picked up 10 seconds as we've got Grimmy and Karma side by side. So, a bit of contact there. Hopefully there's no damage for either guy, but that forces Grimmy wide. And then Metz will definitely want to take advantage of this. So Karma's just come to pit. He's going to go on the inside line now. He decides to stay behind Grimmy. We'll quickly jump up. Oh, Tinselman, he's had a spin. So he was the leader come across the line, but he's had a couple of issues, and this spin's going to put him dead last. And then DeBeast and Logan, for whatever their issue was on that restart, they're right down the pack. So it'll be interesting if both of them have got damage. But Prezzo is your leader again. Who's gone around now? I think that's Dobby. It is, as he's reversing back on track. So whether that's a spin or he's hit the wall, not sure. But again, Orphan drop on the inside of Junkyard. So he gets that move done. Orphan back up into P8. And remember, he had a spin first couple of laps of this race too. But Prezzo, he's nearly broken 1 second on Mercedes fan. Ente, he's up into P3. Jay's P4. Clarence P5 still on those medium tyres. Combat P6. Banana and Orphan. They pitted at the exact same time, so those two are going to the end. So could we see that? But Grimmy, he gets past Junkyard. So Karma, he want to try and follow Grimmy through. Might have the freshest tyres of the guys that are pitted, but you want to catch back up to Banana and Co. Orphan looked for a move on Banana. Decided just to hold back this mid-pack. It's a single file at the moment. DRS will get activated next time by. As we've got yellow flag, who's gone around now? Oh no, Banana. I say he might have been possibly for the race lead, but that he's got half a front wing. He's got an end plate missing, so he'll have to come in and box. So that puts pay to that. So Karma, he gets past Junkyard. And Metz wants to try a sneaky inside. He does get it done. Junkyard, he gets 3 seconds, but whether that was pushed wide or not, or whether he maybe should have let the move go. If there's anything that will happen, we'll wait for the stewards' decision after that. But we've got Bompton looking for a move on Junkyard. He's got a lot of pace. Bompton down this straight. Will he look for a move on board? He gets the inside line. He gets it done. So he passes both passes down that front straight. So good move from Bompton. So he's in the 10 now. So he'll start chasing down Karma. Logan, he picks up 3 seconds. Banana, he's in the pits to replace that front wing. So Grimmy, after that, after being at the back of that first safety car, he's back into the top 8 now. So top 6 drivers have yet to stop. Prezzo currently leading this one. He's broken DRS from Mercedes fan. Ente and Jay's sitting right behind him. So Mercedes fan could be in a little bit of trouble when we get down to turn 1. And we got Combat trying to get past Clarence. Clarence went a little bit wide there. Clarence has burnt all his ERS to sort of keep these guys behind, but he might be in a little bit of trouble as well. DRS open for Combat. We look down as we go on board. Thought about it. Decided to hold off Karma. He gets past Grimmy. So he's fighting his way back through. So Orphan drop. I'd say net leader at the moment. He's boxed. He's going to the end. Currently sitting behind, but Karma, he's catching this pack quickly. So Clarence, as I said on the restart, he could be a cork in the bottle, and he's proven just that. Already 3 seconds behind the top pack. So Combat, Orphan, and Karma, we'll want to get past him as soon as possible. So he's using the DRS, he's got no ARS, thinks about the inside, switches, not quite, but he's got to watch Orphan drop because he had the normal racing line. Orphan goes up the inside, he gets the move done, thinking about the switch back, Clarence struggling on traction out of the corner. See, we may have a few side-by-sides. Clarence got a nicer exit out of the second part of the last corner, but Orphan's right behind him. As we've got a yellow flag, I think that's Tinselman out of the last corner. Orphan, he gets plus Clarence. Just 2 cars behind, think about it, not quite. So Orphan P5 at the moment. So Clarence, can he hold off Karma? Well, these guys will have DRS on him. Karma will look for a move, not quite, he'll hold back. We want to try and get this move done as quickly as possible. You won't want to let Orphan go behind while he's thinking about a move up the inside. No, he won't. Right up his rear ends. Try to push him along. Got to be a little bit careful. Can easily spin on these curbs as we've already seen so far tonight. Stobby, he picks up 3 seconds. Karma, so much more grip through there. He'll use DRS and whatever ERS he has left, but he should get the move done. But Clarence hangs around the outside and still holds on. Oh, as he's gone, oh, that's a bit of lag. Thought he'd gone deep there. So that's probably going to throw Karma off massively. But this pack, fighting and Combat, he's taken advantage of it. So we've seen Orphan in the background, but we've got Karma and Combat side by side. Karma using the slipstream. Could we see 3 wide? Oh, a little bit of contact between the Mercedes and the Alfa Romeo. Karma around the outside. He gets the job done. Can Clarence get the switch back on him? No, he can't. So Clarence could be in trouble again. No DRS. All these guys behind will have it. So Combat, he's lost out to Grimmy. So he was looking at Karma, but he's lost a couple of spots. Zinsman, he picks up 3 seconds just to add to his troubles. So Karma, he'll definitely want to push away from this field now. Clarence, still doing a respectable job. Yellow flag. Oh, I think that's Orphan. Yes, Orphan's gone for the 2nd time in this race. So he was in a very good position. Hopefully he hasn't got any damage. But that's chucked him back down the field. So Karma in P5. So he's in a very nice position at the moment. He doesn't have to stop. The 4 in front do. Clarence got a little bit of a gap on Grimmy. Grimmy's tyres. Remember, he boxed a few laps. That's Clarence. He's in. That breaks the bottleneck. So now Grimmy. Got to try and keep both Alfa Romeos behind. They all have DRS, but no one has DRS except for Bompton. So line of train now. Oh, Bompton makes a move on his teammate. Still side by side. I think Combat lets him go. Doesn't want to cause damage and fight too much, but this will affect both of them. And Metz has been right on board with him. What about possibly taking advantage of it? The B sets fastest lap 19.9, and then Tinselman beats that straight away on a 19.5. So we've seen a bit of carnage as we've got Debise and Orphan. So Orphan, after trying to recover, he's lost a place to Debise, and then Banana, again, he's had his issues in the 2nd sector. Oh, I think that's Orphan letting Banana by. Yes, it is. So I think Orphan must have more damage. Will he look about a move? No. So he might have just had a little bit of an issue. coming out of turn 3. Jedley and Junkyard going side by side in the stadium section. Jedley, I think, gets that move done. I'll quickly jump back up to Bompton because Grimmy has no DRS. So this seems like a fairly easy move. It does. Grimmy gets back into the slipstream. Will he think about something? No, he won't. We got Orphan. He's gone around again through the out of the S's. So it's gone bad to worse for him. So Bompton, I'd say net second on the road. He doesn't have to box. So this pack sort of just spread themselves out a little bit. So Karma, he's caught Entei. His tyres are 10 laps fresher, right on board. Really think about a move, not quite. Entei got a couple percent more ARS. So I feel like Karma line it up, make sure he gets a nice exit through here, or when he puts the softs on. So wants a nice exit through here, but Entei's going to pit. He wants out off those hards, same as Giles. So they're going to go for an undercut on the top 2. So this mid-pack sort of spread out, but where did they come out? So they're coming out around about 10th, 11th spot. But on those fresh mediums, they'll have a lot of pace. So they've managed to find the gap that they needed. Tinselman, he picks up another 3 seconds. So while we've got the gaps out, we'll jump on board with our leader at the moment. He's got a 5-second lead over Mercedes van. But in terms of the net lead, Karma, who's boxed already, he's only got 6.6 seconds. So he will lose about 20 odd seconds. So he's going to have to push on those medium tyres. Mercedes van again doing a nice job. AlphaTauri currently running 2nd and 3rd, and you'd imagine that he won't hold up Karma too much. Prezzo's in this Mercedes van. No, he doesn't. He stays out. So what will... Karma does have DRS, which will help him. Do we see team orders here? Closed up right on that corner. Quickly jump back down to Prezzo. Where's he come out? So he's worked for him. Mercedes fan. Yeah, he's let Karma go. So team orders there. So the gap between Prezzo and Jay is about 1.4 seconds. I believe before the pit stop was about 2 seconds. So, or 2.5. So Jay's has definitely made up time. Oh, Logan's had a bit of a spin in front. So that's 3 seconds for his trouble as well. That moves both these two up into P6 and P7 respectively. I think Orphan Drop, he's had another moment. Gentleman, he gets past Junkyard. That might have been Orphan Drop getting out of the way actually. So, Jedley, 16 lap old mediums. He's going to work on Mets to get a nicer exit through here. Mets doing a good job saving ERS, who's that around Tinselman. As I said, he made the overtake on Junkyard. He has had a moment through there. Does Mets hold on? He does. But Jay's on Prezzo. This gap's now under a second. He'll stay behind. So at the moment, the only gap under a second are Jedley on Mets and Jay's on Prezzo. LA flags again. We've got Tinselman around in the stadium section. Gently. Got a bit more pace on those mediums, but those peak mediums will be starting to hurt by now. He'll get DRS. Tintelman, he's retired in the pits. That's game over for him. Unfortunate for him. Had a good showing qualifying. It was in this top pack, but a spin after the second restart put chances of a podium finish away, unfortunately for him. So, as I said, both McLarens, they were looking good, but unfortunately, both of them having spins hasn't worked out. Mercedes fan, he finally comes in. So we have Karma currently first, Bompton P2, Metz P3, top 3. Or as Jedley, he makes the move and gets it done fairly easy. So Jedley moves into the podium position. Can those mediums hang on? And what about Prezzo and Jays? Fresh mediums. They've got to find a lot of time to catch these leaders. So I'll quickly jump to Grimmy Stobby. He's in the pits. So Jedley wants to now try and push away from Metz before the DRS zone. Giles not giving any inch. Wants to keep Prezzo under pressure. Who's that around? Might have been just a lap car trying to get out of the way. Might have been orphan drop. Jays, he picks up 3 seconds. Metz as well. So Jays will not only have to do this on track, but he'll have to get a buffer now. As Metz sort of lost ground with Jedley. Jedley up, yeah, he's just broken DRS. So Jedley still got some life in those medium tyres. Prezzo unable to do the same with Jays, and he'll have DRS down this front straight as well as out of turn 3. Close up a little bit, not quite. I'll quickly jump down to Combat because he's within attacking range of Clarence. Both have got no DRS. Combat's got a little bit more. Really think about using it. It's getting closer and closer, but it won't be close enough. We'll try and line him out. Get the exit out of turn 3 to line him up to the left-hander at 4. He did get a nicer exit. Clarence probably just a little bit too far. Combat will have to go for a dive bomb if he does. Decides better of it. Yellow flag. I think that's one of the Haas's around Junkyard. So he's lost a place to Banana. We chase back. Who's that? That's an Aston Martin around Logan. He's gone around again. Not for the first time. I think, who's that? I think that's Prezzo. Orphan Drop. He's had a bit of a spin. So if these two come together, it'd be unlucky if he did. Combat, he gets the move done on the inside. Clarence holds him out. So Clarence hold that position. You saw him hold position before. Logan, he picks up another 3 seconds after his spin. So Combat, round 2. And Grimmy's just waiting. What can he do? Logan's gone around again, trying to come into pit lane. Combat. It's not quite close enough. Thought about it. Needs to get a better exit out of here like he did last time. Logan, he's retired from the session in pit lane. So he's called it a day. Remy, will he take the opportunity? Will he think about a move down the inside? He does. Combat gives him enough room. Combat goes wide. That allows Grimmy through. Bompton, he's gone around from he was currently second, looking a good spot for a podium. He's had an issue, so that drops him out of the podium positions back in 6, and he's got 6 seconds to try and catch up to the battle pack in front. So again, the S section in this middle part of the lap is catching a lot of drivers out. Will he jump back on there? Prezzo is right behind Metz. So this will be work done, but what about Jace? Probably too far back. Metz lets Prezzo go through. And Jedley's right there as well. His mediums at 21 laps. They're struggling. He's got another 9 laps to do. Will he try and hold on? Well, he might be better for him to come in now and box the softs. Grimmy, he gets past Clarence. Grimmy up into P9. Obviously, a lot of penalties will possibly change this order around. Metz held on Jays. This is hurting Jays in his fight against Prezzo. Needs to clear this Haas car, preferably at this DRS. It's getting close. Jay's down the inside. He does get it done. Metz fights it though. Metz decides to sit behind. So Jay will be out of DRS unfortunately, so that will allow Metz to come back. Prezzo, it's only 4/10 combat. He picks up 3 seconds. So this should be fairly easy for Jedley. Jedley goes to the inside, probably not to cover. Just lets him go. Jay's managed to hold on Metz, so his next target is Jedley, which will be for the podium position. So, and there's enough of a gap for Entace, so even with that 3 seconds, as we've got one of the Haas, I think that's Junkyard around at the stadium section, at turn 15. Karma, he's currently got a 9.2 second lead. Those medium runners will chip away at that, but is there enough laps for them to do so? Karma just needs to keep it on the road. Prezzo will be pushing Jedley. He's already dropped nearly 2 seconds. This is costing Jay's a lot of time. As we got one of the Alphas, I think Bompton, he's had another moment. So that's his second in like 4 laps, I believe. So he's struggling through that section on the worn hards. So a possible podium getter. He's going to struggle to possibly stay in the 10. Jedley, he finally comes in. He wants off those tyres. I imagine he'll go on the softs for about 8 laps. So Prezzo closed about 3/10 to Karma in that previous lap. So he'll have more speed, especially towards the end of this race. Just whether or not there's enough time. Bompton and Grimmy, they're battling. Grimmy's going to try around the outside. He's got no ARS, unfortunately, as they go side by side. Oh, a bit of contact, and that's Grimmy around, along with Bompton. So unfortunately for Grimmy, he had done really good to do comeback and then contact on the inside. So that one may be referred to the stewards. Did Grimmy leave him enough room? Was Bompton not far enough ahead? We'll let the stewards decide that if there's a report in. But that's chucked both of them nearly out of the 10. Bompton, that last spot in the 10. That's cost Grimmy a lot of time, but that helps Jedley. He's on those brand new softs, and he's hunting down Clarence now. So Jedley, he'll be looking to gain a few positions up. Yellow flag, Bompton, he's retired from the pits. Where's he gone? He's out. Is this a safety car? It is. So Bompton's had a few issues these last couple of laps, and that last DNF, possibly on hard tyres, that's caused another safety car, and we've only got 5 laps. Sorry, 6 laps, but it'll probably be about only 4 or 5 when the safety car comes in. So all these guys coming in for soft tyres. And imagine the leaders would have to. Karma, you feel, will have to try and defend from the mediums. Prezzo and Jays, they may decide track position's worth it, and they may stay out. But this works well. This works very well for Metz. He's sitting in a really good P4. So, yeah, that's right, Gavin. Sort of the incident with Grimmy, it's sort of gifted him a safety car, but I'm assuming that's not what Bompton wanted. He definitely would have wanted to try and finish this race. So Orphan, when he gets past Bompton's car next time round, he'll be our last points finisher. So all these cars, if they can finish, will score points in this race. But as we can see, all drivers from 6th down are on soft tyres. What does Karma do? He's in. He has to come in. Prezzo. These two will be interesting. Do they stay out and get track position? Prezzo's in. Jays is in. Metz surely will have to be in. He's in as well. Mercedes fan. What will he do? He's got 12 seconds. Will he be in? Yes. So everybody deciding the soft tyres are the way to go. So Karma, he'll retain the lead of this race, but Prezzo will be right behind him. Same as Jays. Metz will be in a really nice P4. Jedley, we say he was on for those softs. Everyone's on softs, but he's going to get past Metz. Not quite, but he gets past Mercedes fans, so Jedley P5. So that safety car has worked out really nicely for him. So his softs will be a couple of laps older than the guys around him, but should still be fine for the rest of this race. So everybody is in, but what this has done, this has hampered every single driver that has penalties. So Jays has 3 seconds. Metz, unfortunately, I say it was going to be a good job, but 12 seconds of penalties, he's going to drop right down the field. Orphan Drop picks up 3 seconds under safety car, which is not what you want to see. So, Karma and Prezzo, they both need to keep it clean. Jedley and Mercedes fan and Ense, these three you think will be fighting for this last podium position if it stays as it is in terms of penalties. But Jay's only having 3 seconds. If he can stay with the front two, he might be at a gap. So Combat, he's got 6 seconds. So Clarence, he'll move up a couple of positions, you feel, by the end of this race. And then the guys at the back, Grimmy, DeBeast 3 seconds, Dobby 6 seconds, Banana 3 seconds, Junkyard 6 seconds, Orphan Drop, he's got 17 seconds, and I think one of them was a 5 second for, I think, exceeding track limits, so it must have been a fairly big cut for him. But unfortunately, he is a lap down, but luckily enough, he's at the rear of this field, so he shouldn't get in anybody's way when we go back racing. Karma's, he's got the safety car. We'll bring tyres back up. As you can see, Jedley, a couple of laps older, but they're all around the same age, except for Orphan. Again, he'll be at the back in a lap down, so not in the mix. But Karma, in his second race, can he hold off our championship leader and get his first win? Karma's won in previous seasons of Open Tier 1. Can he get a win in Season 7? Prezzo, currently 3 in a row, wants to make that 4. He said he wasn't sure about Mexico when we interviewed him last week. Definitely wants to keep his podium position going. What's that now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this will be his 8th podium if he can hold on. Absolutely domination from Prezzo this season. Jays, he's got 3 second places in a row. That penalty makes it hard, but as we've sort of seen, anything can happen these last couple of laps, especially through that middle sector. And a lot of these guys will be pushing that they will have enough fuel. They'll have ERS to burn. And this safety car will go around again, so we'll resume racing on lap 34. So we'll have 3 laps of racing, and we will only have DRS for the final lap. So, which means there will be no more DRS down the main straight. There will only be DRS down the back straight, coming across the Sector 2, Sector 3 line before the stadium section. But as we can tell, the slipstream is fairly powerful, and if you can use your ERS at the right time, moves can definitely be on. But Karma, he's led this race for the majority of the first half and played his strategy well. He was comfortably leading by about 8 seconds for this safety car. But does he have enough to hold on? Can he keep Prezzo behind? Prezzo, he's got that big of a lead in the championship. Can he play it a little bit risky. Can he decide? Can he send a dive bomb down one of these straights? Grimmy, he's currently second in the championship. He's only down in 10th. And then Jace is about 5 points from Grimmy. He's third, but he's going to take 3 seconds of penalties, and that's if he hasn't got any more warnings that he's close to 6 seconds. But safety car is in this lap.